today on 15 on 15.
Standard & Poor revises their outlook for Aruba. Plus, the Aruba information officers are hard at work. And Island Heritage closes with a bang.
Thank you for joining us on another edition of 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 TV with Daniela Piazzi. Let's get started with our latest local news topics. This week, the financial services company Standard & Poor's sent out a press release where they announced that Aruba's ratings have been changed from a stable outlook to a positive outlook. These are in the light of the recent business transactions, investments, and of course, the reopening of the Aruban idled refinery and Aruba's goal for a sustainable future.
This week, S&P released a statement saying that S&P Global Ratings has revised its outlook on Aruba to positive from stable. They also affirmed that their BBB+/A2 long and short-term sovereign credit ratings on Aruba. In addition, they also affirmed their transfer and convertibility assessments of BBB+. They state that their outlook revision reflects the agreement between Aruba and Citgo to reopen Aruba's refinery. However, uncertainty about Citgo's capacity to have the refinery working in the planned timeframe weighs on this analysis. But if implemented, they would expect to see stronger foreign direct investment inflows, which would boost GDP growth as well as a stronger external position. Faster growth coupled with Aruba's fiscal agreement with the Netherlands could result in fiscal consolidation and debt decreasing faster than expected in previous scenarios. That said, the ratings on Aruba also reflect its stable political system based on parliamentary democracy. It also is based on its status as a member of the Kingdom of the Netherlands and its relatively high 25,000 per capita GDP. They also reflect its narrow open economy, which is highly dependent on tourism, and its limited monetary flexibility due to its fixed exchange rate of 1.75 Aruban florins per dollar. However, they could revise the outlook to stable within the next 12 months if there are any significant delays in the refinery project, resulting in continued low GDP growth. Delays on the refinery coupled with significant deviations from the fiscal consolidation agreement could lead to a downgrade within the next 24 months.
In other news, as the continuous feud between the Ministry of Tourism and AHATA goes on regarding the all-inclusive resorts regulations on the island, a third party has stepped in to give their opinion. This morning, the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, based in New York City, sent a letter to Prime Minister Mike Amon in which they advised the Aruban government against adopting the legislation limiting all-inclusive development.
The Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, or CHTA, is a federation of 32 national hotel associations with more than 600 member hotels and over 300 allied members. CHTA is the largest representative of the private sector in the Caribbean hotel and tourism industry. In a recent letter directed to the Prime Minister of the island, Mike Amon, in the hopes of having him abandon the all-inclusive legislation, they state that evidence suggests that such a legislation, if put into effect, will be counterproductive to Aruba and the health and growth of Aruba's tourism industry, reversing the progress the destination has made in recent years. CHTA sent this letter to the Prime Minister in response to concerns about the all-inclusive accommodation sector and a false belief that the economy will benefit through legislation limiting its growth by standalone all-inclusive properties, as well as traditional hotels which are incorporating all-inclusive packages into their offerings. The letter from CHTA further states that the reverse effect would occur should the legislation be adopted, ultimately negatively impacting employment levels, the cost and availability of air transportation, and government revenues while reversing Aruba's growth and positioning in the regional and global tourism market. Furthermore, they state that traditional hotel brands are diversifying offerings to appeal to consumer demand. These include the Hyatt, Marriott, Wyndham, Fairmont, and Four Seasons. Legislation to prevent the growth of all-inclusives would likely affect investment decisions for Aruba by these and other brands.
Moving forward, during this year's TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Award, Aruba's famed beaches were placed in the top 10 to visit in the world.
Travel website TripAdvisor has sliced and diced millions of user reviews to select its 2015 Traveler's Choice Award winners for the world's top destinations. On the list of TripAdvisor's top 10 destinations, Palm Beach and Eagle Beach were awarded the 6th place. During last year's awards, Aruba was not recognized on this prestigious list. However, this year TripAdvisor reviews have put Aruba on top once again. The travel website states that Aruba's historical and cultural riches are what made the island stand out from the others. The website describes Eagle Beach as an idyllic Caribbean beach with white sand and turquoise waters, and is frequented by water sport enthusiasts. Palm Beach, on the other hand, on the island's west side, offers perfect swimming conditions and powdery sand. Those more concerned with conditions under the waves won't want to miss the wreck of the torpedo tanker Pedernales, a popular diving site. Aruba is only 20 miles long, thus easily explored by bike or moped. Among other awarded destinations are Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman, Bonaire, Havana, Cuba, and Grand Case in St. Martin.
We will have more English news right here on Channel 15 ATV after a word from one of our sponsors.
After the break, for more information, just ask the information officers.
Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. For the past year in the downtown area, when looking for any type of information, the Aruba Tourism Authority info officers have your answers.
The Happy Information Officers, your first stop for information when roaming around Aruba. The young group is friendly, professional, and trained officers with extensive local knowledge. They can provide you with reliable information on attractions, activities, and events, help you with any questions you may have, or give you up-to-the-minute advice for your vacation in Aruba. The program, which has been functioning for over a year now, has had quite a positive impact on the everyday tourist.
As information officers, we're providing information for all of the tourists, making them feel secure and telling them to go explore our island and have a good time doing so.
Well, I give information, that's why, the first. The second is we speak a lot with the people. There are people that come here that want someone to talk, and we will talk to them.
On a day-to-day basis, the information officers meet people from around the globe. But surprisingly, many of their needs coincide.
As information officers, we get tons of questions every day. Some of the most common questions are, where are the beaches? How do we get to them? What are bus prices, taxi prices? Where do we go for shopping? And where's the main street, of course?
And with all staff members speaking from 4 to 5 languages, language barriers are still present considering the variety of visitors they meet each day.
Most of the tourists are either American, from Latin America. We have a lot of Portuguese-speaking Brazilians and also an increase in German and French-speaking tourists.
Well, most of them are Americans from the United States. A few are from Latin America. Also a lot of people of Europe. A lot of German people coming here and French.
And with their anniversary approaching, should this program expand to different parts of the island?
I believe this project should be in other parts of the island. We're working towards that, and we hope to have more information officers in more locations throughout the island.
There's proof in the surveys that we do that people feel like helpful, because and in Aruba it's not difficult, but sometimes it takes a lot of time to find a place, and we are here to help.
Moving forward, as Aruba pushes for a cleaner and greener future, their main goal is to become completely sustainable by 2020, a project which has brought the island much international recognition. If completed in the given time frame, Aruba will be the first island in the Caribbean to become completely independent of fossil fuels. However, recently a company named in the Netherlands has announced a similar project where they will be making completely sustainable neighborhoods within their country. Here is how they will do it.
This self-sufficient neighborhood can grow its own food and create its own power. The first Regen village is coming to a suburb outside of Amsterdam. The community will utilize vertical farming and compositioning, using fish to fertilize and grow fresh produce. Their aquaponics system can produce 10 times more food than land farming, using 90% less water. The village will use a mix of geothermal, solar thermal, wind, and biomass methods for power. Compostable waste will be used to feed livestock and soldier flies, and non-compostable waste will be turned into power. Rechen hopes to expand, creating self-sufficient villages all over the world. The first test community will have 25 homes ready by 2017.
We will be back with more 15 on 15 after a word from one of our sponsors.
When we come back, we have the highlights of the Island Heritage event.
Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. Last weekend, hundreds of local music enthusiasts joined together at the second edition of the Island Heritage Festival. The event featured a lineup including Eva Simmons, Gregor Salto, and Fight Club as international headliners, while shining the limelight on local DJs and artists.
In many ways, Island Heritage Festival exemplifies a boutique festival. The organization holds a tight rein on its principle to maintain a limited scale, in an effort to hold a sharp eye on every detail to ensure a special all-around experience for the visitor, from ambiance to decoration. The main objective is to present a contemporary, unique experience focused on Aruba's culture, art, and music treasures. Island Heritage collaborates with local artists not only for the music lineup but also for the art aspects of the festival, such as Jess Wolf from Bohemian Freaks, a local artisan company focused on maintaining local culture.
It has to do with making craft and jewelry from nature elements from Aruba, which is stones, crystals, seashells, wood, and textile and ceramic.
Interestingly enough, the ideology of Island Heritage Festival is a sustainability and environmental protection. The stage is mostly made up of recycled material, cups are biodegradable, as well as the location was moved from Eagle Beach, where turtles are nesting, to Bushiri Arena. This year's lineup is well balanced between local and international artists, featuring for the first time a local band, Data Panic, giving a special performance together with Michael Lamp's act Fellow. The featured local DJs are John Rosillo, Nuts Beats, a premiere act by the duo Oscar Boy and Dannyville, and MC Samil as main host of the festival. The international lineup featured Eva Simmons, Gregor Salt, and Fight Club.
This is our second edition, and from last year to this year, we're really bringing a very nice balance between local acts and international headliners. This year we brought John Roslow, we have Nuts Beats, Jamie, Oscar Boy, Dannyville. We also have international headliners, Eva Simmons, Fight Club, and Gregor Salto.
And this being their second year, many factors went into consideration to make this a successful event.
What we did different from last year to here is made a little more detailed into our stages. We made bigger, our service and our VIP we extended, and we're giving every year a little more of what Aruba has to offer in our Island Heritage Festival.
Thank you so much for watching. These were your local news updates and trending Aruba topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of your latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV. See you then.